270 voiced YouTuber slash live streamer slash whatever. He puts out videos once every couple months or so and does all this. But enough about me. Ooh. Don't want that. Don't want that at all. I did not mean to do that. I did not mean to go into multiplayer because I just don't want to be honest. This is a personal video of me being personal and trying to do personal things. My life at the moment and how everything I had is sort of starting to crush around. It's sort of starting to turn to shit, basically. So this is, I'm going into Terrorist Hunt right now because Terrorist Hunt is a very personal sort of thing. It's a very solitary sort of thing. Oh, and by the way, I actually did figure out what the problem was with the echoing. Turned out my TV volume was on and the audio leak from my television was bleeding into my recording, so that's where the echo came from. Yeah. That's what happened. But let's talk real here. And let's talk basically let's
secure the hostage.
I'm gonna bring the master volume down a bit so I can more adequately explain what I'm about to, what I want to say, what I want to talk about. With regards to the channel in the future and all this stuff. See, the thing is, I had planned to have new plans for this channel. And, you know, I was very excited to have new plans for this channel. Because, you know, there are a ton of games coming out. There are some games out right now. And, you know, I did manage to find new stuff that I wanted to Let's Play over time and do that. Well, the thing about that is that for all the optimism I had, life got in the way. And it got in the way in the worst possible time and in the worst possible sort of in the worst possible time and in the worst possible place. What do I mean by that? Well, last Saturday, I ended up getting into an automobile accident. Basically what happened is that me and my friend were helping someone move, one of his friends move, and we were going out to lunch. Someone would not merge over and, no wait, someone wouldn't slow down and let me merge over. And by the time they did slow down and let me merge over, I didn't pay attention. And I turned and my car just smacked right into the rear of his car, sideswiped it for a couple seconds more before finally rolling to a stop. No one got injured. No one got injured at all. Everything's more or less fine, but yeah, that's what happened to me, is that I got into an automobile accident, and it wasn't as bad as it could have been, but I very much was in a bad place because of this. Right now my car is currently in a body shop because it didn't get totaled. I mean, I kind of wish it did, because I've just had a ton of problems with that over the recent couple of months. stuff that I don't want to get into. So it's being taken into a body shop, and I have a rental right now. His car is not so lucky. I popped his tire, and I think I may have bent his rear axle. So he's got a new rental car, and our insurance stayed over. But that's kind of what happened, is that I got into a car accident. Again, not as serious as it could have been. Not as serious as it could have been. No one was injured. But that definitely rattled me up quite a bit. I think anybody who's ever been in a vehicular accident of any sort can attest that being in that sort of situation really, really shakes you up in ways that you can't even imagine. And as a result, I ended up having I was very scared for a while. And, well, finally, I was very scared for a while because, when you think of all that, you think of, it is a very scary situation. You could have died in wheel accidents. And, that sort of got me thinking and all this other stuff. And, it really rattled me up a bit. So I put my plans on hold for a while just so I could recover from what happened, maybe give a week. But then the day after that, I got worse news in that one of my very best friends actually, said that she basically did not want to be friends with me anymore. She was going to move to somewhere, I don't know where, but basically she said, it would be better if we just weren't friends anymore. And that really, I'm not gonna lie, that hurt, and that hurt a lot. Mainly because, I just never knew the reason why it was. She basically said the friendship wasn't what it was and that it wasn't healthy to keep going, but I just never understood the reason why it was. And, I've been going through my head, I've been kicking myself for all this because I have a very subjective, very deep guilt complex in that I'm one of those people who believes that if anything bad happens in my life, or if anything in my life goes wrong, it is my fault. It could totally be up to pure bad luck. It could be up to chance. It could be up to just a shitty piece of luck. It could be out of my hands completely, and I will still feel like it is my fault. That's just the sort of person I am. That's the sort of person that I, have sort of basically lived as. If anything bad happens to me, it's my fault. And so that really shook me up in ways I could imagine, because one, you just don't expect it, but two, it sort of changed my perspective a little bit. Like, basically, I suffer from depression a lot. I do suffer from legit depression. Like 2 years ago, I was going to a therapist, and she basically said, yes, you do have legit brand spanking medical clinical depression, the kind of stuff that has to be treated with drugs. I'm not taking any drugs at the moment, which certainly does not help at all, but for the most part I can deal with it just fine. There are certainly moments, weeks, there's certainly moments, days, weeks, sometimes months where it'll just get really bad. Of course, it's in connection. Where it'll just get really bad, and when it gets really bad, I just don't have the capacity or willingness to do anything. I very much let it consume me, and I very much wallow in a sense of self-doubt, a sense of self-hatred, of self-loathing, of very negative feelings to myself. And after what's happened here, I certainly my depression has kicked back in the worst possible way to the point where I very much don't want to do anything other than just sleep and play video games. Like I even had trouble going to work this week because I just very much wanted to isolate myself from everything. You know, when you go through that sort of stuff back to back, it's very hard to deal with this sort of thing, to deal with this sort of situation, you know, back to back to back. And that's why I am making this video basically to say that whatever plans I had, I'm putting on hold for the moment. Now, will I come back? I certainly do hope so. I really do like this channel. I mean, I don't update a lot. I don't do a lot of videos, but I like this channel a lot. And you know, I did have new plans. I was excited to do these plans. I just never thought that this kind of thing would happen to me. This kind of stuff would happen to me. I'm kind of sick of playing Protect Hostage. I just never thought that this sort of, you know, that I would have to deal with two simultaneously, you know, back to back, and not only in the same time period, but just a day apart from each other. That's not easy to deal with for anybody, I think. So it really has killed whatever interest I have in trying to do anything besides, you know, again, just lay around, wallow in my own self-hatred and play video games. And I really do want to go back to this channel. I really do. I do have plans to go back to this channel. You know, I have plans of what games I'm going to play. You know, Bulletstorm is being re-released onto the PS4 with an HD edition. I love Bulletstorm. It's one of my favorite games of all time. I'm going to Let's Play that. I'm going to Let's Play Resident Evil 7, the new Resident Evil game, because I'm really interested in Let's playing that, see how good it's going. You know, BioShock, the first BioShock game, you know, the BioShock collection's on PS4. I want to Let's Play the first BioShock game. The Last of Us remastered. I want to Let's Play through that. There's stuff on the PS4 thing that I have right now, Valiant Hearts. I would love to Let's Play through Valiant Hearts. There's quite a bit of other games. The two Destroy All Human games. I can easily Let's Play those. There's a lot of stuff and a lot of ideas I have, but I just have... After the week I've had, you know, my interest has diminished. It's very hard for me to feel ecstatic or excited or really anything other than just pure... Then just fuck it. You know, the pure unadulterated idea and feeling of just fuck it. And I don't want to feel like that. I don't want to have a constant feel of fuck it. I don't. You know, it's not that easy, but that's just how it is right now. It's not easy to deal with at all. It's really not easy to deal with, and you know, it's killed whatever interest I have to do anything, sad as it is. And again, I do want to get back into this channel. Like I said, I like this channel. I have plans. I have plans to Let's Play other games here, but you know, it's tough. It also doesn't help that I'm planning on going to school, UTI, Universal Technical Institute, because you know, this channel hasn't really been popular. You know, I didn't expect to be like ultra mega PewDiePie Markiplier famous, but I did expect to at least make kind of a decent income on this channel. But again, I haven't monetized any of my videos, and I don't have the subscribers or views that would make monetization viable. But you know, I have to have a fallback plan, so I'm planning on going to UTI, which is Universal Technical Institute. basically to learn auto repair because I really like cars and I really want to get into cars. But so I decided to figure, well, I like cars a lot. Why don't I just learn how to repair cars? I mean, it gives me a practical skill. I can easily repair my own car myself, should anything go awry, whatever car that may be. And, you do make a pretty decent living as a mechanic, especially if you work on models that are notorious for failing all the time and requiring all the expensive repairs. So, I do plan on doing that. I do plan on doing that, more or less. But the problem is that there are several campuses, but the one I'm planning to go is in Avondale. And Avondale is a 20-mile drive from Phoenix, Arizona. As a result, and considering that I'm going to be living in a college dorm with very poor internet connection, and the fact that I'm going to be living with other people, I'm not going to be able to Let's Play from said college dorm room. My PS4 is probably going to be back at home, and my PS4 is going to be back at home. It's going to, as is my TV, as is my router, as is all this stuff, and I'm not going to be able to, obviously, Let's Play while I'm at school because, one, I got work to do at school. So, schoolwork priority numero uno. And the other thing is, so I'm not going to get away with that, never mind the fact that I'm going to be living in essentially a dorm with a bunch of other people, so I can't Let's Play as it is. So, this channel might end up being dead for a bit, and I don't want it to be dead, but that's how life works. That's how reality works. When you go to school, when you go to work, not everybody who Let's Play had to go to school, had to go to work. Even the really big guys right there of millions of subscribers were doing this as a hobby, as a pastime for this sort of thing, and that's going to have to be the case here. I mean, I know I don't Let's Play enough, because, again, I have work. I work from Tuesday to Thursday for 3 hours, and I really don't want to Let's Play after I do that because, work just tires you out. So I tend to Let's Play on days where I don't have to go to work. That's why I don't Let's Play on Mondays, because even though I don't have work on Mondays, me, I tend to Let's Play late. 8 p.m. is the earliest I Let's Play. I usually Let's Play at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. That's not easy for anybody. As it can, you really don't want to be Let's Playing at that early hour. And some days I don't know why I don't Let's Play earlier. I could do that earlier, but considering most of the games I played have been horror games, obviously you're not going to get the proper mood set in when it's bright as hell outside, especially considering that my room lets all the sunlight in. I don't have like a personal recording room, so I'm gonna have to more or less, that sort of thing. So anyways, that's been more or less what has been happening to me. Again, I do have plans. I do have plans for the future of this channel. I don't want this channel to go anywhere, but this channel is going to be taking a brief hiatus. How long I get out of that hiatus, it's up to anybody. You aren't going to be seeing a whole lot of videos, and considering that I start school late, you may not get to see videos that I would normally promise. You may not get to see me going through the through the last two Rainbow Six DLC updates. You may not be able to see me do the GTA Online stuff. It sucks, I know, but that's how the dice comes down sometimes. And considering what's been going on, it's very hard for me to do this sort of thing day in and day out, and I don't wish for that, but it's the truth. So that's what's going on with me. this channel is not dead yet, but I've had a pretty shitty past couple of days, past week, and as a result, whatever plans I had may not come to fruition immediately. They may take a while. I hope that they come to fruition, but you know, it's hard for me at this moment to really sort of do at the moment. God, people are just coming out of there like nothing. So that's what's been going on with me. This is the update I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to touch base with. I really do thank whoever watches these videos and the 4 subscribers that I have. I really do appreciate your guys' continued support. I really appreciate you know, and I hope you guys are very understanding of my situation. I know you probably will be understanding of my situation. One can hope, but you know, I very much thank you guys for hearing me out, hearing what I have to say, hearing about the situation that I have at the moment, and understanding you know what's going on. I really do. It really does mean a lot if you understand how and why everything works. Well, so okay, I think this is a good time to call it now. This is all I really had to say. Again, this is me just touching base. I do thank you if you understand completely about my situation. You know, if you do decide to send me support or well wishes, not that you have to, you shouldn't feel obligated to, but I very much hope you guys understand what's going on. I am very grateful for you, but you know, it's been a hard couple of days, and I really need to touch base and really be very honest with you guys about everything. So I think that's it for this video / live stream / whatever. Thank you for watching this, and next time, and there will be a next time, I will see you guys down the road. So take care.